Hi everyone, it's Heidi from Flutter by Heidi back again with another project for you using the beautiful Mosaic mood paper. And again, fussy cutting, I've been doing lots of it to keep me occupied, and this paper is perfect for it. So you can see here we've got some lovely tile images on the one side, but on the reverse I've got lovely hummingbirds, I've got, I don't know if you can see the shine on there, lovely embossed leaves and more tile shapes, more mosaic patterns and lovely roses as well. So on the front you've got sort of, you know, one side on most sheets is glossy, and on the reverse is a matte sort of pattern. So as you can see, lots of options here, and this one I just thought was a lovely way to kind of create a really sweet card using a little bit of punching as well. So that's our card. We're going to start off with some standard very vanilla, and the reason for that is when you're punching through, it makes it a bit difficult if you're using the thick very vanilla. So cut it at 14.5 centimetres and then score at 10.5 centimetres to create our standard card base, and then we're just going to line that up at 10 centimetres and cut from the bottom up. So you're taking just about 1.5 inch-ish, just about. I'll put the dimensions in inches, but obviously it will vary depending on your card base. Then all I'm going to do is just trim that section away, like so. So there's our basic card base. I'm going to use some slightly different variations. So I've got some terracotta tile card here, which is the first bit I'm going to put on. So I'm going to punch my circle first, then I'm going to put my layer on, punch again, and that way you get, you're not going to force your punches too much. So for this I'm just coming in, it doesn't have to be precise, but I'm coming in at, roughly speaking, the halfway point and punching. Okay, then we can add our layer of card on. Now obviously you're going to want to add your glue at the top and at the sides, but you're going to want to leave a gap because you don't want to get your punch all gluey. So I'm just going to add my card layer onto there, and you can see just add with our normal layer, flip it over and then just pop our punch in and punch. Okay. And then we're going to do the same with our layer of designer series paper. So I've already cut it to size. This was 9.5 by 10 high. This is 9 by 9.5 centimetres. So again, I'm just adding my tape to sort of 3 sides and a bit up the middle, like so. Then again, flip it over, bring our punch in, and at this point, if you're struggling at all, just, there you go, press hard, and you've got your layer there. Not quite what I've done with my card base. I've obviously not quite got my card base right. Let's have a look. Okay, I obviously didn't cut my card properly. Never mind. Okay, we'll work with it. I just need to do a little bit of trimming to make it look quite right. So I'm just going to, normally you would make this 10 centimetres. I'm just going to take a little bit off the edge there. My panel. Obviously had a moment. And just take that down to 9 as well. Obviously away with the fairies while I was doing my prep. Being disturbed by people in the house. I normally craft when there's nobody in the house. So I am struggling with this, having people in the house, even though they're trying very hard, they're being very good, but it's not the same as having the house to myself. I don't know what it is. Perhaps it's enough peopling going on. So I've deliberately created that as a bit of an overlap. Now what I'm going to do is come in with my large 2¼ inch punch and punch a circle of terracotta tile. So it's the same size punch. We're going to layer that onto there, and then I'm going to use my starburst punch with a bit of just very vanilla and just punch one of those out as well. So these just layer on top of each other, and the starburst with the 2¼ inch punch, so gives a pretty edge like so. And I'm going to layer that up on a couple of dimensionals as well. Okay. Goodness knows what I've done with that. Let's see if I try and use, there we go. So probably just 3 dimensionals on the back there. Now the beauty of this card is it really could be used for all occasions. So what I do tend to do is keep my cards blank, and then I add my sentiment in later on. There you go, look, even though that's not quite an even half cut, you know what? Nobody's going to notice when that's standing up. And if anything, it actually works better because it'll make it slightly more upright. Anyway, happy accidents. Okay, now all I need to do is locate my other bits and pieces to go with the card so that we can create the rest of it. Here we go. Panic moment. Right, so I've got one bird that I've already cut out, and then I'll just show you how easy these are. All I'm doing is I'm cutting around the stuff, very vanilla outlines. So saffron, very vanilla outline of the bird. So it's quite forgiving. And just remember, this one obviously was right at the edge, but that's okay. So do you know what? No one's going to notice that little end of the beak. So we just trim round, and just, you know, as always with fussy cutting, move the paper rather than the scissors. Give us some nice curves. And obviously you can go into more detail if you wanted to sort of scallop around those sort of feathers a little bit more. You see I'm just doing that there. Create a little more interest. So a fabulous programme on birds of paradise the other evening. Absolutely amazing birds. Absolutely stunning. And the hummingbirds, yeah, we have some lovely birds here in the United Kingdom, but I have to say, although we do have a few, but we have a couple of populations of hummingbirds, I believe, in a quarry somewhere I saw a while ago. But hummingbirds I just think are absolutely unbelievable. They are so tiny, work so hard. Although I do love my native British birds. You can't beat the sight of blue tits. As a kid we always used to put out coconuts for them. Obviously these days it's been replaced by stuff that's much better for them, filled with suet and grains and things. But I don't get so many birds in my garden, unfortunately, but that's probably because I've got cats. I do have a couple of cats, and I have one in particular who is a little bit of a hunter. She's very, very quick. But I do love my cats too. So once you've fussy cut those out, what I did was I sort of popped this one just like so, and then I popped my other one on the front edge of the card, just so that their beaks were like kissing. I just thought it was rather sweet. So there you have a pair of pretty hummingbird cards, ready to gift away. Add a sentiment to the inside, and when you open it up, look, there you go, a pair of pretty cards on the inside too. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again soon, and don't forget to pop along to my shop if you like to purchase the Mosaic Mood and DSP, only available to the end of May. Take care and come and see me again soon. Bye now.